영상의 구성은 다음과 같습니다. 그럼 한번 시작해 볼까요?
After about 30 minutes, or a cup of coffee, they begin to come to life. After about 30 minutes, or a cup of coffee, they begin to come to life. After about 30 minutes, or a cup of coffee, they begin to come to life. After about 30 minutes, or a cup of coffee, they begin to come to life. So, question for you before we begin this discussion. Do you like coffee?
I do love coffee.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It totally makes it worth getting out of bed in the morning. So, I can absolutely relate to this sentence, so maybe you can too. So in the video, they talked about after about 30 minutes or a cup of coffee, they begin to come to life. Okay, so two things going on here. We'll talk about come to life, but one of these two things, either 30 minutes of just a little bit of time or that wonderful cup of coffee, then it means someone's going to come to life, right? And I think you and I are both on that same one that,
We are.
a cup of coffee does bring me to life. So,
Gotcha.
so here's what it means, because, it doesn't mean like, oh, you were dead and now you're coming alive. What it means is you're just going to start to function or maybe finally get active. Okay, so this I think was in reference to probably the night owl more, correct? That, they don't do so great in the morning. They do better at night. So they need something to just get them going, get them to start functioning, get them to feel active. And it either is a little bit of time or that cup of coffee.
Gotcha.
Have you heard this expression used before?
Oh, I haven't.
Okay. So now you have a new one.
Yes.
Yes. So, so how about before we go on, if you would read the sentence in green, please.
Alrighty. After about 30 minutes or a cup of coffee, they begin to come to life.
Yep. Perfect. Everything was really well pronounced. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. And you think it takes you like that to kind of get going? Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Me too. So here's another sentence to help explain come to life. You really seem to come to life when you play loud music. So not necessarily you, but, a person. And I definitely know people like that, they could be kind of tired. They're kind of slowing down for the day. And then they play some loud music, which I would almost say loud and obnoxious music, but obnoxious to me anyway. And that just kind of seems to re-energize them or bring them back to life.
I see.
Yep. So my teaching partner, she would do that at the end of the day. She would
really?
play after the kids were gone. She would play really loud rock and roll music. And that kind of helped get her pumped up and ready to, wrap up the day.
That's kind of a good way to wrap up the day for sure.
Yeah, it was for her anyhow. So how about reading the new sentence, please?
Yep. You really seem to come to life when you play loud music.
Yeah. Yep. So, in preparation for what I know is coming is a sentence of your own. So here's a question for you and for anybody watching. So what makes you come to life? Not coffee.
Oh,
I know.
caffeine, probably like an exercise a little bit or stretching, things like that. Are you asking me to make a sentence using this?
No, I was asking you more just for a sake of interest.
Okay.
And I mean, it could help you with doing a sentence too. But I think it's good for everybody to ask themselves that question because everybody slows down and gets tired whatever time of day it is. So
Right.
if you're tired and you have to work and you can't just crash, what could you do to give yourself that energy to kind of get re-energized? So
Right. But you got to be careful though, because caffeine
caffeine
can
Perfect.
be really addictive. So
Yes. Yep. And personally, I don't drink any coffee or beverage with caffeine past like noon. So
That's kind of a good idea.
yeah,
Not to drink. Yeah.
but I absolutely I mean, okay, coffee does kind of bring me to life, helps me come to life, but I love the taste of it. So even decaf coffee is fine for me.
That's a
So
good idea to have
yeah,
decaf
decaf. Yep.
after.
I have a little side story about decaf coffee if you'd like to hear it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So my friends and I were in Seoul, South
What?
Korea. Woohoo! Yep. We went together for a family wedding.
Mhm.
And there's jet lag, right? Because it's one time there, it's one time at home, it's a long trip, whatever. And so we just wanted, and it was cold, so we just wanted a warm beverage. So we thought, ooh, a cup of decaf coffee would be good, because nobody wanted caffeine, because we wanted to be able to go to sleep.
Right.
I can't even tell you the number of places we went, even Starbucks, I think, and saying, do you have any decaf coffee? And people looked at us like we were really strange.
Why? Do you think they assume that, people don't drink decaf? I mean, there's no point of drinking coffee, like drinking coffee with, decaf, things like that.
I mean, I guess that's what they thought, but to me, absolutely, I love the taste of it. And it was cold, it'd be a warm beverage.
Right.
And so we thought that would be perfect. But
That's
so
funny.
if you are watching this video and you live in Korea, you're going to have to comment if you've ever found decaf coffee. Easily.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. So anywho, thank you for listening to my side story, but I thought it was
You're
appropriate.
welcome.
Here are some synonyms for come to life, which I think we kind of talked about. So to recharge, right? Kind of just get your battery going again. To revive, like if you're kind of starting to fade, just perk you up. And energize would all be some good synonyms for come to life.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
That's a good one.
yeah, thank you. So time for your sentence.
Yes, of course. How about this? Usually right after getting paid every
Getting
month.
paid. Oh, okay.
Getting paid from my work, my motivation to work comes to life.
Oh, that's really great.
Thank you.
Yep. And I love how you used it for, instead of you, the person coming to life, your motivation.
Yes.
So, okay.
Correct.
Excellent job.
Thank you.
Pat ourselves on the shoulder. Okay.